What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And today, it's pretty simple. Review yesterday's single USHL game, yesterday's 5 NHL games, and then obviously go over my prediction for tomorrow's NHL and USHL games, as per usual. But we got a shout out to do here. My X page, where I repost things on there quite frequently. Talk about the world of hockey all the time. Give you all the trade details, waivers, everything you need to know about the world of hockey, and my thoughts and opinions about them, and just my thoughts and opinions, everything that to do with hockey and my opinions and stuff like that. All my X page is in the link in the description. My Facebook page is also linked in the description. It's actually the top link in the description. When you get past about the paragraph and a half of who I am, and about then the other paragraph of how to contact me if you have any comment, questions, concerns about this podcast. Under that, the top link is my Facebook. It's the only place you get my daily NHL and USHL predictions, and it's the only place right before we go live. At least you turn notifications to this YouTube channel, which you definitely should if you haven't already. But yeah, then right under that's my X page, and then you got my Discord. You can talk about all the hockey leagues in there. I'll be in there too, talking about stuff, and I post right after I go live in there every day too. And then you got my website with my blogs and old podcast episodes, like some of the first ones. See here. My Twitch, Discord, my Spotify, my basketball channel, American football channel, baseball channel, USHL Facebook discussion group with about 5.2 USHL fans in there that I made myself. Saints for Life group with about 1,000 to be fine Saints fans. All of that and more is linked in the description. List a podcast episode and previous ones, and so everything you need to know is in the description. Go ahead, check that out. You ever have any questions about it, my podcast, really, this should be in there. And then obviously, I also have how to contact me if you have any questions, concerns that you want to ask me directly. So yeah, yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Actually, quite a bit. Things most is tomorrow is trade deadline of the NHL. Dougie Hamilton, the New Jersey Devils, is week to week. So the Devils are basically just half the Devils team. Carl Vojmelka is staying with the hockey club, 5-year, $4.75 million extension. He's been great this year. I think that's a good deal. Clifford also re-signed with the hockey club, 1-year, $3 million extension. He's been good. When he's healthy, he's a good third pairing defenseman. Hockey clubs stay pretty busy. Clifford signs also a 1-year, $3 million contract. He's a good bottom sixer. Jordan Greenway signs for a 2-year contract with $4 million average annual value. So he's sticking around in Buffalo. Good bottom six enforcer. We got a few deals here to talk about. Devils. The Devils receive Brian Dumoulin, and then the Ducks receive Herman Traff and the 2025 second round pick. For the Devils, they receive a good defenseman, and the Ducks receive a good prospect and a second round pick. Good deal, good return for the Ducks for sure. The Devils get a good defenseman. The Panthers acquire bottom six center Nico Strom and a seventh round pick for a 2026 fourth round pick for the Sharks. Good deal for the Panthers at a depth piece, and then and a seventh round pick, I guess, for a fourth round pick. Um, the Knights reacquire Riley Smith. They got rid of him a little bit ago to the Rangers, and they get him back for Brandon Brisson, who has a lot of potential. He just hasn't shown a lot of flashes in the NHL, but before he got to the NHL, he's really, really good. And a shock third round pick. Great return for the Rangers, and a good return for the Knights as they add another forward to the already pretty loaded roster. So I think that's a win-win deal. You have Vinny DeHarnay. But first, Capo Kakinen is now a Florida Panther, and then the Jets get Chris Dinger, who is the Panther third string. Capo Kakinen probably play in the AHL because they already have the two goalie spots in the NHL reserved to Vitek Vanacek and Sergei Bobrovsky. The Rangers receive Carson Soucy, defenseman from the Canucks, for a third round pick. New York Rangers add a bottom four defenseman, and the Rangers Canucks get a third round pick for a defenseman that they could definitely get rid of. They have other prospects. Um, Carson Soucy got traded. Oh yeah, that's one I just. Vinny Deone. There you go. Isn't it? The Sharks receive Vinny Deone, and the Penguins receive a fifth-round draft pick. So yeah, that happened. Also, Jake Wallman is now an Edmonton Oiler. Jake Wallman trade. Let me see here. This is an interesting move for sure. Let me see here. That's the old Jake Wallman. Well, let's go to Elliot Friedman here. I don't know the full deal here. I gotta look at the deal. Is it like not confirmed what the deal is? So the deal is not officially made yet, but Oilers are picking up another offensive defenseman, Jake Wallman. So my thoughts on this trade, I don't know the full trade details, but I know from Jake Wallman going to the Oilers, right? Why? If you're picking up a defenseman, you already have a million offensive defensemen. That's playing for you. You need a defensive defenseman. You're a defender that can play some sort of defense. Jake Wallman is not a good defensive defenseman. He plays a lot of offense, not very much defense. That is the opposite of what you need. The Oilers can score. They can't keep the puck out of the net. So they said, you know what? We need a defender that can play defense. Can't keep the puck out of the net. We know we can score. We have a lot of offensive defensemen. Let's pick up another offensive defenseman that can't play any defense. Like I don't. What's the logic? What's the logic? What are we thinking here? But yeah, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific is a NHL trade deadline. So over all those trades that happen tomorrow, there's gonna be a bunch of blockbuster trades happening. Guarantee you. People look out for that. But yeah, let's get into the episode from here. We had the Phantoms defending home ice very well versus the Capitals 5-2 victory at home ice. Youngstown goes 1 for 3 in the power play, 33.3%. Matthew is 1 for 2 on their power play opportunities. That's a 50% success rate. Youngstown Phantoms triple the Madison Capital shot, 39-13, dominant fashion at home. They definitely deserve those 2 points at the Capitals. Capitals play the Rangers. Capitals and Rangers go to overtime, tied at 2 apiece. And Tom Wilson gets the overtime winner. Capitals get the W in MSG. Couple big storylines from this game. First of all, it was kind of funny, but the commentator was talking about the Rangers got back-to-back shutouts, and then right off the ensuing faceoff, Capitals scored their first goal of the night and ruined it a minute. And that's kind of funny. That's an all-time jinx right there. And then also Ovi scored a goal, so now he's 10 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. 10 goals. We officially did the final countdown. As soon as Ovi breaks that, in my opinion, he's going to be the greatest goal scorer ever because he literally scored more goals in a harder era to score goals. So, I'm just saying. The Senators play the Blackhawks on the road. Goes back and forth. Ottawa should not be this close. Linus Ullmark did not have the greatest game to start out. He ended up locking it down. For the rest of the games, the Senators pick up a 43 overtime win in Chicago. Chicago does look significantly better since they traded Seth Jones and acquired Spencer Knight in the first round pick from the Panthers, but not good enough to pick up wins in the second basement of the league. The Knights go 4-0 at home, and they hang on to win 5-2 over the Leafs. 29 saves and 31 shots against, I believe, probably Ilya Samsonov. Yeah, the Canucks pick up a huge 3-2 W at home. Zegras and Connor Garland do get in a fight. I don't think I've ever seen Trevor Zegras drop the gloves, but he did, and that didn't go well for him. But Canucks outshoot the Ducks 36-16 at home, dominating fashion in the shots category. The Blues upset the Kings on the road 3-2. 21 saves and 23 shots against for Benner. 28 saves and 30 shots against for Darcy Kemp. Let's go over to my predictions. With the NHL games predictions for tomorrow. It's a trade deadline, as I mentioned. I think the Winnipeg Jets are going to get a win over the Devils. The Devils do not have Jack Hughes. You're Dougie Hamilton. They're very beat up right now. Jets are too complete for them. I think they're going to get the W. There, Washington defeat the Red Wings. It's in Washington. Washington's a great home team. They came off a huge overtime win over the Rangers. Red Wings not winning as of late. They just lost to the Hockey Club today. Give me the Capitals get the job done. I think the Hockey Club will defeat the Blackhawks. Hockey Club just a better team. I think the Wild are going to defeat the Canucks. It's in Vancouver. Wild's phenomenal road team. I think get the job done on the road yet again. Knights are going to defeat the Penguins, in my opinion. The Knights are at home. We know how great the Knights are at home. They just smacked the Leafs at home just two nights ago from yesterday, but 2 nights ago from the time the games played. At home, 5-2. The Leafs are a very good team. I think they're gonna get beat a worse team on paper, and they have been worse team this season. Also at home, and I think the Blues are gonna defeat the Ducks. Blues have been kind of hot coming out of the Four Nations faceoff break. I think they're gonna get the W over the Ducks on the road. And then we look at the USHL game prediction for tomorrow. Take a look. I think Madison defeats Youngstown. Youngstown won the first 2 games. I don't see Madison losing 3 times in a row to the same team. I'm going to have them getting the W on the road. I don't see them getting swept here. I'd be surprised if they do. Cedar Rapids, I think, are going to get the W at home over Des Moines. Des Moines has been bad as of late, and Cedar Rapids have been hit or miss. I think they had a pretty good night. Chicago then defeats Chicago, in my opinion. Chicago, not a great team. Fargo is a pretty good team. They're not going to let Chicago score very much. I could see Chicago being Fargo because Fargo is the type of team that Chicago can definitely beat if there's going to be anybody. But I don't think Fargo is going to let Chicago beat them. Defeat Muskegon, in my opinion. Dubuque came off scoring 15 goals in 2 games over Chicago Steel. They're hosting them. I think they're going to get the W on Friday at home. I think Green Bay Gamblers are going to take care of business at home over Team USA U17s. I think Lincoln defeats Sioux City. Sioux City scored come back down 3-0. They're winning 4-3 with a late goal today. I think Lincoln's gonna bounce back with a win in Sioux City. I think Waterloo's gonna defeat Tri-City in Tri-City. So yeah, that's it. That's gonna do it for today's podcast episode. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast episode. Guys, night watches, live watches after live at night. They've been winning evening after new overtime and watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already. Follow this podcast watches Spotify. Turn post notification channel if you haven't already. Yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode 30 of season 9. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 31 of season 9. Peace.